The Five Nights at Freddy's franchise has a total of 10 different games that create a deep and complicated story. And within that story, there are many mysteries that remain unsolved to this day. And in this video, I'm gonna attempt to solve one of the biggest unsolved mysteries, being the Bite of 87. This mystery has been in the franchise since the first FNAF game and has still not been solved. But today, I will finally answer the infamous question of who caused the Bite of 87. In order to solve this mystery, I think it's important to understand the main animatronics that people theorize may have caused the incident. These 5 animatronics all give plenty of reasons for people to think they may have caused the incident, with those 5 animatronics being Fredbear, Mangle, Foxy, Toy Bonnie, and Toy Chica. Starting with Fredbear, here's everything we know and why I can say for a fact that Fredbear is not responsible for the Bite of 87. People seem to confuse the Bite of 83 with the Bite of 87, but here's the difference. During a birthday party, the crying child, also known as Evan Afton, was thrown into the mouth of Fredbear by his older brother Michael Afton. His tears caused the spring lock suit to malfunction and resulted in the jaw of Fredbear clamping down, which caused the Bite of 83. We know this incident happened in 1983 because of the various Easter eggs in many games. In the Afton house, the TV displays Fredbear's and Friends with the date 1983 below it, seemingly confirming that's when the game takes place. And there's more evidence that comes from Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. In William Afton's hideout or in the custom night office, next to the Golden Freddy plush, 3 monitors can be seen displaying static. But next to these monitors is a keypad, and if the code 1983 is inputted, the 3 monitors will now display different areas of the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 house, seemingly confirming that William Afton was always watching the crying child and was always communicating to him through the Golden Freddy plush. It also of course confirms once again that Five Nights at Freddy's 4 takes place in 1983, hence confirming the death of the crying child also takes place in 1983, which proves Fredbear was not responsible for the Bite of 87. Moving on to 2 animatronics that have very similar reasons to why people think they caused the incident. Of course, I'm talking about Foxy and Mangle. In Five Nights at Freddy's 2, both are the only animatronics to attack the security guard from the head, but this is where the evidence stops for Foxy. And during the incident, Withered Foxy and the other Withered animatronics would have been in parts and service when it took place, which to me rules out Foxy as a possible suspect. But with Mangle, there's a lot more evidence, starting with its purpose. Mangle is an attraction where the kids constantly dismantle it, which would possibly give it a motive to attack someone. Moving on to the gameplay, when Mangle's in the office, radio static can be heard and the static may have a decrypted message. It does sound like the static from a police radio, but again it's hard to tell. It's also known that all toy animatronics were scrapped when the location closed, which would make sense if Mangle was responsible for the incident. Mangle is definitely a strong contender for this mystery, but the last piece of evidence also works for these next 2 animatronics, being Toy Chica and Toy Bonnie. Starting with Toy Chica, here's everything we know. All of the evidence comes from one thing, and that's her missing beak. Her beak has had importance since FNAF 4 when the Chica plush was missing her beak. Then, when multiple content creators were live streaming on Game Theory's channel, Scott Cawthon decided to update his website with this image. Again, this image is adding importance to Chica's missing beak, but why? This question wasn't really solved until Five Nights at Freddy's Ultimate Custom Night was released. One of Chica's death lines arguably gave the strongest piece of evidence to the Bite of 87.
Where's my beak? Lodged in your forehead, of course.
This basically confirms that Chica was responsible for the incident, but at the same time it doesn't. Although this is strong evidence, it's still hard to decide who exactly caused this incident. And there's still one more animatronic to discuss, which is Toy Bonnie. But honestly, when researching why people theorized Toy Bonnie was responsible, I couldn't find much. Besides people arguing that Chica doesn't have the proper endoskeleton structure to bite down. I've also seen some people argue that Bonnie's design was drastically changed for the new location in FNAF 1 so his bad image could be forgotten. But to me, it isn't enough evidence and it's not strong enough to truly make Toy Bonnie a strong suspect, meaning that it's safe to assume that Toy Bonnie was not responsible, ruling him out. That only leaves 2 animatronics, Toy Chica and Mangle. Both have strong evidence supporting why they caused the incident, but here's my final decision. The animatronic that caused the Bite of 87 is Mangle. Now, although Toy Chica and Mangle have strong evidence, Mangle has one more piece of evidence, being the motive. No matter what way it's looked at, Toy Chica doesn't have any motive to attack someone, but Mangle has plenty. Being dismantled daily by kids would be enough reason to attack someone. I also think the radio static is great evidence that it's hard to ignore. I understand that Chica's deathline is hinting that she caused the bite of 87, but I think the deathline and the importance of her missing beak is to throw off the community. Scott Cawthon has done that plenty of times where he'll make something seem important, but it's only there to distract the community. But this is just a theory, as the bite of 87 still remains an unsolved mystery to this day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and who do you guys think caused the bite of 87? Thanks for watching.